Hey guys, if you click on this video, it's because you probably want to know more about Upwork and some of the pros and cons and whether you should try to get on Upwork this year in 2021. If you're new here, my name is Arnaud. I generally like to do design videos that can help you become a better freelancer and a better designer. And I like to create videos that may help you succeed, just like this one. So one of the reasons why I'm qualified to talk about this is because I spent a really long time on Upwork, about 2 to 3 years. And I know that people have spent more time or less time on Upwork and people have different experiences from me, but this is just my experience. I was top rated for one of those years and I grew my account pretty substantially and I gained a lot of experience from there and clients, and I was even recommended top 3 designers from Barcelona, which is where I'm from. So yeah, I think I do have enough experience about this platform to give my own opinion from it, even though it will be pretty biased. So let's just cut right to the chase. What are some pros and some cons about Upwork? So like a lot of people, I started my freelancing career on Upwork and other services like freelancer.com and Fiverr and things like that. And I started pretty young. I was about 16 when I first started, so I wasn't probably even allowed to start it, but I put my age as 18 or older and then I got around from there. And pretty quickly, I gained some pretty valuable experience as I moved on in the ranks and I moved on in my pricing and my quality of work increased. It's safe to say that I really did learn how to talk to clients thanks to Upwork, and I really did manage to become a better designer. And I am really grateful to Upwork because it has improved who I am as a designer and just my confidence levels. But there's a lot that Upwork could improve on, so I'm gonna go over that in this video. So yeah, as I said, Upwork has a lot of pros and cons, and I'm gonna go over some of them in this video, and if you like them, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to make a part 2 if you really enjoyed it, or I'll even make a video detailing my own story of how I went up the ranks in Upwork and how I made more money and all of that. So one of the first things about Upwork that's really good is what I said, that is that if you need experience and you don't have any experience at all, Upwork is a really good place to start as a freelancer or as a designer if you want to start building out your portfolio. Now this can be really good because on Upwork there are people with really low standards and people who don't really know exactly what they want, and as you're a beginner and you're starting out as a designer, that's completely fine because you're not really expected to go out and charge thousands of dollars for projects and get the best clients ever. So being a low rated designer or a low skilled designer and being matched with a low client, then it's a pretty good match to kind of learn and go from there on both parties actually. So that's number one. You really do gain a lot of experience as a designer on Upwork or as a copywriter or as a developer, whatever you want to be. And that itself is a good thing, but it may come with some cons because while you are starting out and you can charge as much money as you want for any projects, usually you will get ripped off. Now as designers, we do very valuable work for our clients and we all know that. However, when you're just starting out and you don't really know the ropes, you can start charging $15 for a logo, which is pretty much what I started doing. I was charging around $30 to $40 to $50 for a logo or for entire brand packaging, which is just absolutely insane. So yeah, on Upwork you can pretty much find any range of prices for any service that you need. And if you know how to play those cards right, that can really be beneficial to you. Another really good part about Upwork is that there's so many jobs available at any given time. Now maybe with the new virus around, job offers haven't been as prominent as people aren't really looking to hire as much, but given that this will eventually blow over, you can really depend on Upwork for your source of income to find new clients every week or every month or every day, whatever you want. You can always be applying to new jobs. There's always enough demand from clients and from the market. However, you may struggle with this if your projects are usually on a much higher end, but this isn't really determined on Upwork. It's just the way the world works. Obviously, if things are more expensive, they're harder to come by. Yeah, another really good thing is that while you can apply to a lot of jobs, you can also do a lot of jobs at the same time. Now, this is just a pro with freelancing in general, but Upwork does help you out with that because you can get invited to a lot of jobs at the same time and you can do a lot of jobs and even outsource them if you're that advanced. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of jobs that you can do at the same exact time and even get invited to more jobs and then more jobs and just build up your profile from there. And that's a really great thing. However, it does take a really long time to be able to get that flow of invitations and a massive group of clients at your ready. Another benefit of Upwork that isn't really discussed and it's not really allowed actually on the platform, but I'm gonna tell you anyways because why not, is that you can pretty much take any client you have and just bring them outside of Upwork. So yeah, working on many jobs at the same time can be great because you can just really control your income and just increase the volume that you're doing just exponentially if you wanted to, and as I said, outsource. So you pretty much have control to just basically grow your income if you really wanted to. Now I know that this is also probably just a pro with freelancing in general, not just Upwork, but you can essentially work on your own time. You are your own boss. While this can be really good and you can imagine all the benefits, you can chill on a beach somewhere, it also can be really daunting because you are your own boss and you need to take care of the work and you need to be on top of yourself, and no one's gonna come and tell you what to do. So yeah, that's a bit of a double-sided coin, but it is definitely a pro in my eyes. So now onto the cons. One of my biggest complaints about Upwork is their huge fees. Now Upwork has a structure where at the beginning of any project, if it's at least $500 or less, you will be charged 20% tax. Now that's not 20% tax from your government, that's 20% tax from Upwork. So whatever amount of money that you make on Upwork, you will get charged 20% by the website. Now I understand that Upwork has to pay their employees and they have to make money somehow. However, I think that taking 20% from freelancers and designers alike and copywriters and developers and all that, I think it's an absolute joke and a waste of time. And I think that if you do have the connections to grow your freelancing account outside of Upwork, I would definitely recommend that. Now, as I said, after $500, they start charging you less. So I think it's 10% and then 5% from there. And it's depending on different brackets that you have. But just remember that in the beginning, if you're starting out and you watch this video on should I use Upwork to start freelancing or whatever, then just know that whatever you do, you'll have a 20% tax from Upwork. However, if you do want to, you can do the same thing that I do, which is when I get invitations to Upwork, so I don't really work from Upwork anymore, but I still get invitations from them. So when I get an invitation, I usually schedule a meeting outside of Upwork from Calendly or Gmail or Skype, whatever it is, and I move on from there. So Upwork is a really great way of getting clients. I just took my old clients when I decided to leave Upwork and I moved them to Calendly and to Hello Bonsai. I've made a lot of videos on them, but yeah, that's basically what I did when I decided to leave Upwork. Also, recently Upwork decided to charge 15 cents per connect. If you don't know what a connect is, it's basically like a token that you need to apply to jobs. And usually jobs go between 2 to 6 or more connects to apply to them. So if the project is bigger or smaller, it'll be less or more connects to use. So yeah, now you have a certain amount of connects in the beginning, and once you use those, you need to buy more connects to be able to apply to jobs. I think if you're an established designer already or a freelancer or whatever, and you already have those clients, then it's really not a big deal. And what's 15 cents? But if you're starting out and the projects that you're doing are about $10 to $15 or $30, and you're already getting taxed 20% from Upwork, and then maybe 20% more from whatever local government you're in, and then above that you have to pay 15 cents per connect, I think it does add up pretty quickly. And say if you're doing a $10 job, then you just went down to about maybe $4, $5 for the actual project. So yeah, the fees are definitely a pain in the ass, but it is the way that they make money, and I guess that you have to kind of respect that. Another con is that it really takes a really long time to grow your account and to become an established designer on the platform. But yeah, those are just some pros and cons, and obviously I think there's a lot more pros than the cons apart from the fees. However, it does add up, and if you're a serious designer or a serious freelancer, then eventually you do want to move out of Upwork, I think personally. However, you do have to give it to them. They have managed to create something that's super easy to use. Their interface is really easy to use, and it's a really great way to connect yourself to potential clients and really good customers. But yeah, this has been more of a conversation rather than a pros and cons kind of thing. If you guys like this kind of video, then let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.